Hello there guys, welcome to one of my videos. On this video tonight, I am going to be giving you my reaction to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's press conference for our game against Sevilla tomorrow in the Europa League semi-final. Now, obviously, Solskjaer knows how much of an important game this is for Manchester United. Obviously, it is our third semi-final this season because don't forget, we got to the EFL Cup semi-final and we also progressed to the FA Cup semi-final. And Solskjaer did say that semi-finals are not good enough for Manchester United. He said we need to take one step further. We need to go one step further than that. And he said he's called our big players to step up to the occasion. Now, my recent video, I give you my starting 11 prediction for the game, and I said that Solskjaer will go with his strongest 11 because he will not take any risks in this game. Also, too, Solskjaer was asked about how important it is for us to start well against Sevilla because obviously, when we played Sevilla before, we started, very, very poor. In them two games, when Sevilla actually knocked us out of the Champions League in the last 16 back in 2018. We also started poor against Copenhagen on Monday. And Solskjaer said, it is very, very important that we do start the game well. Obviously, we can't start the game on the back foot against good teams because obviously, he said if you can't get them tackles and you can't get them touches, then obviously, it's going to be extremely difficult. Bruno Fernandes, by the way, was Bruno Fernandes accompanied Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the press conference. Obviously, he was asked quite a few questions. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes has scored all of our penalties so far, so he has drawn comparison with Eric Cantona. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes was asked what he thinks about this. And Bruno Fernandes just said, he needs to do more, to compare himself with Eric Cantona. He said Eric Cantona was a great player for the football club. And Bruno Fernandes has just said, that he's obviously come to Manchester to come to club and he's come to win trophies. And he said he will be happy, Bruno Fernandes, if Manchester United do win the Europa League. He believes it is a stepping stone. Also, as well, Solskjaer got asked about Romero during the press conference. He was asked, the way he admires him, when he has long periods, when he's not playing and all of that. And, he actually, praised Sergio Romero, during the press conference. Obviously, Sergio Romero has played all of our League Cup games this season. He's played all of our FA Cup games this season prior to the semi-final and that. Obviously, Solskjaer, said, that David De Gea has obviously been the best goalkeeper in the world for the last 9 or 10 years or so. But I actually, I expect Sergio Romero to start this game against Sevilla tomorrow. I really, really do. But yeah, he was also asked about that. But during the press conference, Solskjaer didn't give us an update on any transfers. And even if he had done, obviously, he wouldn't have answered that question. He didn't really give an indication, of what team he's going to select tomorrow. I do presume he's going to probably make a couple of changes from our 1-0 win against Copenhagen recently. Obviously, Solskjaer got asked about, the Barcelona-Bayern Munich game yesterday. Because obviously, Bayern Munich did beat Barcelona by 8-2, and he actually, said that Man United need to learn from Bayern Munich because I think that Solskjaer said that Bayern Munich are one of the best teams in Europe. But that was definitely a surprise scoreline. But Solskjaer said he did watch the game. Obviously, he's planned how Manchester United are gonna beat Sevilla, and he said, we've just got to score more goals than them. This is what he also said, and he's also got no worries about the start date for the new Premier League season. I think he was also asked about the breaks and that, Because actually, we've had a 6-day break because we did play Copenhagen on Monday. But I think the press conference was like 16 minutes long. Actually, didn't watch all of the press conference and that. But Solskjaer is aware that Sevilla are a very, very good team. They are unbeaten in their last 19 games. They haven't lost since early February. Don't forget, Sevilla are the record holders. They are the record holders of the Europa League. Obviously, they have won the competition 5 times. I think the most recently won it back in 2016. They had beaten Liverpool in the final. Sevilla did actually, finish 4th in the La Liga this season. And like I said, Sevilla have got very, very good players. They've got that Jesus Navas. They've also got that Suso. And they've also got Fernando. And they've also got that Ever Banega and that. So they have got some very, very good players in their team. Sevilla did recently beat Wolves by 1-0 in the quarter-final. But yeah, this is going to be a real test for Manchester United. It really, really is. Obviously, we've won the Europa League once, and that obviously, came under the Jose Mourinho era back in 2017, when we did beat Ajax in the final by 2-0. But we have progressed to the semi-finals of the Europa League by obviously beating Copenhagen in the last round 1-0, obviously beating Lask in the last 16, and beating Club Brugge in the round of 32. But I think we are the favourites to win this competition. And definitely the Europa League is a priority for Manchester United. And I've given you the main explanations why I want us to win the Europa League. Because obviously win the Europa League, it will put a lot of confidence into the team. It will be our first trophy under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. Also, it will end our trophy drought because we haven't won a trophy for over 3 years. And plus it will be our second Europa League. And Solskjaer did say not too long ago that winning the Europa League as Manchester United manager would be one of his greatest achievements. So what he means is it would surpass 1999. But this is actually our second European semi-final since Ferguson's retirement. And like I said, it is our third semi-final this season. We've been to quite a few European finals, obviously. We got to the 2008 Champions League final, beat Chelsea. Got to the 2009 Champions League final, lost to Barcelona. Got to the 2011 one again, lost to Barcelona. So we have, been to quite a few European finals. Obviously won it in 2017 against Ajax and all of that. But yeah. But like I said, Solskjaer is definitely going to go with a strong lineup. The only injuries we have got is obviously Luke Shaw, Alex Tuanzebe and Phil Jones. But yeah. But anyway, I just want to give you some news on some transfers. I just want to give you some breaking news on Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund. So recent reports have said that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has now backed down on Man United signing Jadon Sancho. Now, we have been in for Jadon Sancho for such a long time. He has had a long-running transfer saga. But I'm very, very sceptical that Manchester United are going to sign Jadon Sancho in this summer transfer window. Obviously, James Cooper, who's close to United, he came out yesterday and gave us a positive update on Jadon Sancho. And he had said that Man United don't miss out on players that they intend on. Man United don't miss out on signings Man United don't miss out on players, that they intend on signing. And he says, Sancho still wants to come to Manchester United. Obviously, Borussia Dortmund CEO did say that Sancho's now staying at Dortmund. Obviously, Borussia Dortmund sporting director recently said, Michael Zorg, Jadon Sancho is staying at Dortmund and the decision is final. Fabrizio Romano still believes the deal is on. Don't forget, though, it was looking very, very imminent that Sancho was coming to Manchester United the other week because you had Fabrizio Romano, who's a very reliable Italian journalist, and he said that Sancho had agreed personal terms with Manchester United, and it said that Sancho was set to sign a 5-year deal with the football club worth around £250,000 a week. But like I've said, throughout the course of this Jadon Sancho transfer saga, it has been Borussia Dortmund's asking price that has been the stumbling block, because Borussia Dortmund have said they want around 108 million, that's the valuation, and looking for like 90 million pounds up front. But Manchester United are reluctant to pay this. I think it said we're only willing to pay around 60 or 70 million pounds up front for Sancho. I think it's very imperative that we get Sancho on the board, because Man United need a right winner. And I think Sancho's a player that would dramatically improve us. He'd complement our attacking line really, really well. And he has enjoyed 3 good years with Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund got him for next to nothing. They only paid 8 million for him from Manchester City back in 2017. But Sancho, did say, that he does want to come to Manchester United. Obviously, Sancho now could be the third player that we miss out on. We've already missed out on 2 players since Solskjaer came in, and that was Erling Haaland and Jude Bellingham, and of course they both went to Borussia Dortmund. They both went, to Borussia Dortmund and that. But Dortmund basically said, we had until the 10th of August to sign Sancho. And obviously, missed out on the deadline to sign the player. Sancho did recently say he's happy to help young players develop at Borussia Dortmund, and he's looking now to stay with them. He said Real Madrid and Barcelona could look at getting him next year if we do not sign him in this summer transfer window. But we just won't pay Borussia Dortmund's valuation, will we, for the player? Obviously, we have been looking at alternatives to him, because these are much cheaper solutions than him, like I've said before. And we made a promise to Sancho that we was willing to offer him the number 7, because obviously, we have got number 7 vacant at the moment. And, we have had a lot of good number 7s, though, up and down the generations and that. But I think now Sancho to Manchester United is off. I really, really do. But, we're the only club that are in for him now anyway, because Liverpool are no longer in for him, and Chelsea are no longer in for him. In reality, it should have officially been confirmed last Friday, Sancho being a Manchester United player, but obviously, never happened. But yeah, so that is the news on him. That's the news on Jadon Sancho. Obviously, there's been a lot of other players on our agenda as well. I've been reading reports today saying that, we've been urged to move away from the Jadon Sancho deal and obviously, go in for Harry Kane instead from Tottenham. I think it was actually, Paul Merson that had said this. We've been in for Harry Kane before. I do think Harry Kane's a good player, obviously well proven in that in the Premier League, and he's prolific goal scorer, but obviously he's going to cost far too much money. I don't really want Harry Kane at Manchester United anyway, because obviously there's much cheaper solutions in him, and obviously we've got good attacking players. We've got Martial that's done well this season, you've got Rashford, you've got Mason Greenwood up there as well. So we don't really need Harry Kane, because earlier on this year, obviously Kane came out and said he could leave Tottenham if he feels as though the team are not progressing, but Tottenham priced him out of the market. They said, they'd probably demand around £200 million, which is a world record fee. Obviously, the news on Jack Grealish from Aston Villa. Obviously, if we were to get him, he's going to cost a substantial amount, because Villa have said that they want £80 million for Jack Grealish. He said that Aston Villa were going to hold crunch talks with Christian Purslow, the chief executive. Well, Grealish was going to hold talks with him, regarding his future. Donny van de Beek, the news on him. Donny van de Beek's obviously our priority, reportedly over Jack Grealish. Gabriel Magalhaes from Lille. Lille's president has confirmed, Gerard Lopez, that Gabriel Magalhaes will be leaving Lille in this summer transfer window. Obviously, Man United and Arsenal are in for him. I don't see, him coming to Manchester United. Obviously, Kalidou Koulibaly, he's still been on our agenda. I can't see us getting Kalidou Koulibaly either. So yeah, there's been so many players on our agenda, but we've got to hurry up, and make signings in this summer transfer window, because the summer transfer window's been open now over a week. You've got Chelsea, they've done very, very good business so far. They got um, Hakim Ziyech back in February for around 37 or 38 million. They obviously got Werner from RP Leipzig. I think they've now got Ben Chilwell from Leicester. They'll be happy about that because Ben Chilwell was their number one priority target. They also are closing in on Kai Havertz. There's still stories saying that Man United could hijack Chelsea's move for Kai Havertz, but I can't see Kai Havertz coming to the football club. So Chelsea could be now a shout for next season. Obviously, you've got Manchester City. They've made some good signings so far. Got Ferran Torres from Valencia, and they got Nathan Ake from Bournemouth for around 41 million pounds. I think they could be getting Kalidou Koulibaly as well. Liverpool, they've signed up to Sikmas so far. They got him for Olympiacos for around 13 million pounds. Arsenal, of course, have just signed Willian on a free. So obviously, teams are already doing recruitment, but I do expect Man United to make signings in this summer transfer window. I think Solskjaer said that he wants Manchester United to make at least 3 signings in this summer transfer window, because obviously he does want to overhaul the Manchester United squad. And Solskjaer did say at the start of his managerial tenure that, he wants to make around 9 signings. Obviously, so far he made 5 permanent signings at the football club. Obviously, last summer brought Daniel James and Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. January brought Bruno Fernandes and Igalo in. Obviously, we got Igalo on loan. And obviously, I had the breaking news yesterday saying that Manchester United are set to sign Filip Stevanovic from Partizan Belgrade. I think we've agreed to get him for around 12 million euros. He's only 17, like I said, and he's predominantly a left winger. Has obviously played twice against us already in the group stages of the Europa League. But he's going to be officially joining the club here next summer, because he's going to remain at Partizan Belgrade on loan for next season. So you do know the breaking news on him. But like I said, Solskjaer, this season has exceeded expectations at Manchester United. Obviously, got us qualification for the Champions League. Also got us third, and I thought finishing third was a fantastic achievement. And progressed to 3 semi-finals and all of that. But earlier on in the season, you wouldn't have thought Solskjaer would have exceeded expectations, because earlier on in the season, we enjoyed our worst start ever to a Premier League season. And at that point, Solskjaer was close to getting sacked as Manchester United manager. But I give you the main explanations why I did not get sacked as Manchester United manager and all of that. But Solskjaer's now been at Manchester United now over a year and a half. Like I said, I've taken positives from his tenure so far. Recruitment's been good since he came in. He's got rid of a hell of a lot of the deadwood since he got recommended into the club. He's also given more or less everybody their chances to express themselves, including the young players, because Solskjaer said when he got appointed in that everybody would get their chances to express themselves. Like I said, Solskjaer's approach to the big games throughout the course of this season have been very, very good. We have extended a lot of players' contracts as well since Solskjaer came in, but we've still got around 7 or 8 players' contracts that are due to expire next year. So yeah, I have taken positives from his tenure, but still, don't get me wrong, there's still improvements needed at Man United. We need to keep the ball better. We need to be more clinical in front of goal. Defensively, we need to improve in that. So there's still improvements needed at Manchester United. There really, really is. And there's big decisions to be made in this summer transfer window, of what players we're going to recommend in and what players we are going to get rid of. I've got an idea, of the players we are going to get rid of, because Solskjaer is planning a clear out in this summer transfer window. Lingard, Pereira, Smalling, Rojo, Jones, Delors. They're the players I'm expecting Manchester United to get rid of in this summer transfer window. So we are going to generate money there, and our transfer budget will increase. I think our transfer budget for this summer transfer window is around £140 million and all of that. But Solskjaer knows that the big test for him is next season, because obviously, next season is his second full season at the club, and next season he will have bigger expectations to exceed. Because our expectations next season will be to challenge for the Premier League title and all of that. Because we haven't won the Premier League since 2013, and we have got to spend money to compete with the likes of Manchester City and Liverpool and that. But we are the most successful team in Premier League history. Obviously, we've won 20 titles, 13 of them Premier Leagues. But it's a long rebuilding process, like I've mentioned before. Even if Solskjaer hadn't have exceeded expectations, I'd have still said, we've got to give him another season at the football club, because obviously, it's a transition period, and it has been a transition period for a while. Solskjaer's learned a lot since he came to Man United. Like I said, he's now got that managerial experience behind him. He knows now his best 11. He knows his best formation. So he has, learned quite a lot. And I think Solskjaer's got just under 2 years left now on his current Manchester United contract. And all of that. But yeah, like I said, got a decision to make, goalkeeping decision to make as Solskjaer. What's he going to do for next season? Keep De Gea as number one? Or is he going to put Dean Henderson as number one? Personally speaking, I would put Dean Henderson as number one. I think Luke Shaw will remain our first choice left back for next season, because obviously he's more experienced than Brandon Williams. I think Solskjaer has already decided on what players he's going to loan out, because there's some young players that have found game time difficult at the club. I think he's going to loan Tahith Chon out, James Garner and Dylan Levitt. I think they're all going to be loaned out. Possibly Daniel James, because towards the end of the Premier League season, Daniel James weren't getting starts. Obviously, Mason Greenwood was getting there ahead of him and that. But, so revert back to what I said earlier on in the video. Yeah, Solskjaer will make a few changes. I can see Romero staying in goal. Like I said, Lindelof will come in at centre-half because he hasn't been starting recently. He'll go alongside Maguire. Williams will keep his place at left-back. Bissaka will remain at right-back, because Bissaka's our first choice right-back. Matic will start because he's been getting rest recently as Matic. I think he'll start alongside Pogba in our midfield. Fernandes will be playing ahead of them in number 10. Rashford on the left, Greenwood on the right, and Anthony Martial up top. And so that's a lineup I think Solskjaer is definitely gonna go with. We also have a decision to make on Ighalo, don't we? Don't forget. Are we gonna possibly end negotiations over trying to get Ighalo permanently? Recent reports said that actually, PSG were interested in Odion Ighalo, because they're seeing him as a replacement for Edison Cavani, and they're seeing him as a backup to Mario Icardi and all of that. But reportedly, his agent, Odion Ighalo's, is denied. These rumours linking him with PSG. I don't think Ighalo's got an interest in going to PSG anyway. We did extend Odion Ighalo's loan until the end of January 2021. That got confirmed, was it just before the resumption of the season after lockdown? Because we did actually get him on loan on deadline day in January. We initially got him on a 6-month loan, and Ighalo was our top goal scorer in the FA Cup throughout the course of this season. And Solskjaer, I want his managerial tenure to work out at Man United, because, like I said, great player for the football club, enjoyed 11 good years at Manchester United. Obviously, I think it's going to be hard for him, to replicate Ferguson's legacy. I think it's going to be hard for him to last as long as Ferguson did, but I think it's going to be hard for any manager to do what Alex Ferguson did. But I think we can get back to where I want to be under Solskjaer. We've seen an upturn in form since January. We are unbeaten in our last 14 league games. Don't forget as well, went on 19-game unbeaten run in all competitions until Chelsea beating us in the FA Cup semi-finals. But yeah, and even, when I was critical of Solskjaer, I did say, didn't I, maybe we should sack him, but on the other hand, maybe we shouldn't sack him, because Man United have not got the structure to keep sacking managers. 3 managers have been sacked since Ferguson: Moyes, Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho. We made the right decisions by sacking them because they didn't have the right philosophies and that for the football club. They all had different philosophies than managers, that Man United had. But, it wouldn't have solved anything, if we had have got rid of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and that. But like I've said to you before, there's been problems at the football club for several years, not only with the management, there's been problems with Ed Woodward, the Glazers and the board. There's been a lot of problems with certain players. Obviously, we have overpaid for players in recent years as well. I will make that admission. But there you go. And that's really everything to update you with on this video. Maybe I'm going to be doing another video today. If not, it will be coming up tomorrow. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always. And take care. God bless you all again very soon.